Hi guys, my name is Ainsley Nandoro. Yes, we are back, People's Potential TV, and today I'm here with
Maya Bryan.
So Maya. You're one of the first people that came up, with be our next guest, PPTV. How do you feel about that? It's quite exciting and special that you're here.
No, I feel good about it. I'm happy. I've been waiting to come on for ages, so we're finally here.
So Maya, tell us what you do, because a lot of people have seen your face on social media and you're up and coming. So tell us exactly what you do.
So I mainly focus on music. I go to a music school in East London, and I also do like dancing, acting on the side as well. But I mainly focus on like music. But yeah.
So tell us where your music journey started from.
I think it started when I was a lot younger. Like I started dance when I was about 3 or 4, and I slowly started like transitioning into the world of like instruments and singing, and then I ended up getting lessons for piano when I was about 7, and then I eventually started getting lessons for singing. Then I realised that's what I wanted to do, and then here we are now. So
Yeah, and obviously, there was a song that came out on the 12th of August with KJ Live.
Yeah.
So speak to us about that, because you speak about that a lot on your social media. So
this was like really random. We had a school project in, I don't even know when our project was, kind of like at the beginning of like year 12, and he gave me like a beat. So I'd never done this before. I'd never done any like production work really or anything. So I just got given a beat and basically got told to top line it and just sing over it. And yeah, I just ended up writing over it, and we didn't even like mean to take it as far as like releasing it. It was just meant to be a school thing, but then we ended up actually like really liking it, and yeah, we've made a music video which will be coming out very soon. So
yeah, shout out to KJ Live. I think that song, was quite good as well.
Yeah.
And when it comes to up and coming, musicians like yourself, who is someone that you want to collab with? That's also up and coming.
Up and coming, I couldn't really tell you. I mean, I have like a lot of friends that I like collab with, but honestly, like there's not really anyone at the minute that I'm like set on working with. I can't really think of anyone, but I mean like thinking of someone that like is already up is like obviously Dave. Like I've said to you before,
Dave
I'd
is
love
quite
to
good,
work with
I
him.
think every single person like Dave, especially because
Yeah.
quite recently he had his new album coming out, and a lot of people are massive fans of Dave. Are you a Dave fan yourself?
Yeah.
What's your favourite song by Dave?
Probably Environment, to be honest.
Why is Environment your favourite song by Dave?
I think like a lot of the time people are writing about a lot of stuff that is just it's not an interesting subject, and I feel like some stuff's very like washed, it's very overused. Whereas like a lot of the things that he talks about, I do think that it's more subjects that aren't covered as much in music.
Yeah.
And I just have a lot of respect for that, and especially just like I really respect the fact that he's really given like a real insight into the industry. So
literally that, man. And also, other than Dave, is there anyone else out there that's big that you'd also want to collab with?
People are gonna think this is really weird. But I'm gonna say it. I think SD Kid, because I do just like working with rappers. So yeah, I think like he's actually one that I actually took into consideration. I was like, I'd love to do a collab with him.
I can't lie, that seems 30 as well. So, would you say you like rap music a lot yourself, or is it like a thing where?
I would say I do, but it's not like my like top like genre that I listen to, but it's definitely up there. Like
word. But what's your favourite genre though? Like
probably jazz music. To be
jazz
honest.
music.
Yeah.
What is it about jazz music that you like a lot?
I think just the artistry behind it. Obviously, it's one of those genres that is like it's impressive to watch, and everything about it, like even the way it was derived from like people just improvising constantly. It blows my mind every time I listen to it. So. Yeah, definitely.
That's good, but obviously that's your favourite one. What's a genre that you don't necessarily like? Like, what's your least favourite genre?
Drill.
everyone doesn't like drill anymore, but
I just don't
why do you like drill though?
I think like mostly because of obviously like the lyrical content is just not.
Yeah, I can't lie.
It's not relatable for me, obviously. And I just like, just even like the way it came about, I just don't really like anything about it.
Can't lie, a lot of drill music nowadays. I think back in the day, some people would like listen to a lot of drill. Like there was a lot of like big bangers when it came there. Like I remember there must have been like Gun Lean in 2018. Like there was a lot of bangers in drill, but it's like now I think it's like done. Like I think UK drill's finished.
I do think it's died out. It's one of those things that kind of comes around when like obviously we were a bit younger and we all like loved it, and then just died out for me. Like I wasn't even that mad on it in the first place, and then it just died out. I was just like, oh, it's really awful.
Word. Speaking of music, what's your Spotify unwrap this year?
It's really bad. I don't wait. Let me. Should I check?
Yeah,
no,
what's your
really
Spotify
bad.
unwrap this year?
Can I just say before anyone actually judges my Spotify Wrapped, I only had the app for like 3 months because I like got logged out. It was a whole thing. So
yeah.
Wait, it's gonna load. I'm really scared. Okay. No, it wasn't. It wasn't that bad. Let me find it. Hang on. Give it a sec. Okay. Shall I give you like what my top 3 artists or like?
Yeah, give your top 3 artists because I know everyone's Spotify's like long.
Well, we get 5 on Wrapped, don't we?
Yeah, 5.
Okay, all right.
What was your top 3?
It's loading. Wait, give me a sec. Oh. It's all loading. I think. Wait, from what I can remember, it was Tyler the Creator was top, and then it was SD Kid, and then I don't actually know who was third. I don't actually have it. Hold on, let me find out. Hold on, I should have it.
You know what it is?
I've got it. So it was Tyler the Creator, and then it was SD Kid, and then it was Leslie Odom Jr. But that's musical theatre. That's a musical theatre singer. And then Lin-Manuel Miranda, he did Hamilton, if you've like seen it, in like the West End. And then Pink Pantheress, because I was really obsessed with her in like probably about October, November time. But,
Word.
Yeah.
That's also quite good music. With mine is actually a little mix. Like, I think some people might have the stereotype that, you know, I might listen to a lot of rap music and this, that, the third, but my one was different. I had Michael Jackson third.
Yeah.
I had Jackson 5 second, and then after that, I had a Congolese rapper. You know, shout out to my Congolese as well. No, not rapper. Afrobeat artist called Enos B. Like, you know, I also listen to a couple of Afrobeats artists myself because I'm from Zimbabwe, innit? So obviously, like, you know, I like to listen to different artists. So they were my top 5. And my personal favourite song by Michael Jackson was Beat It. Like, Beat It was my number 1 song by him, you know. Shout out to Michael Jackson. I know he's not here, but it's like...
He's one of those artists as well, like, you can't, like, deny his talent. Like, even if you don't listen to him, we've had this conversation with, like, a lot of people. Even if you don't like his music, you can't say that he isn't a good artist. Like, he is obviously, like, one of the best artists to ever walk the earth. So.
I think he's the king of pop, you know.
Yeah, he is.
Like, generally, I think he's the king of pop. And, you know, with Michael Jackson as well, it's like, the amount of aura that he brought in on the stage. You see, like, before, you know, they had stuff like phones and all of that, you see the amount of, like, people he's bringing on, like, what's it called, to his concerts, like, they were selling out. So imagine, like, you know, you had social media now.
Yeah.
He could get, like, times 10
and his
of those
influence,
people.
obviously, in just the music industry was just, like, you can't even, like, fathom how much he influenced everyone. Like, even now, everyone just takes, like, creative ideas from him, everything.
Word.
Yeah.
How are you gonna change the music industry though? Because you know you're up and coming. You used to say that you're not gonna, you know, be massive yourself. Like,
hopefully we are gonna get there. Like, I've got to speak
soon.
into it happening. It's manifestation. But I think honestly, what I want to do with my music is really like be transparent as an artist. I don't want to artist. My mum's gonna tell me off for not pronouncing my words. But I think I just want to be as transparent as possible because I feel like a lot of the time in the media now, everyone thinks I have to look like perfect all the time. They have to sound perfect all the time. And I know obviously myself that that's not me. Like I don't sound amazing all the time. But
that's not necessarily a bad thing.
Good all the time. Like I'm not perfect all the time. And I really want people to like understand that that's like okay to be like that. And like to really be like kind of like just like kind of a like natural person and just naturally be who you are, not trying to like fit into like all this music industry stuff.
But then that's not necessarily a bad thing though, because I even, you know, scrolled through your social media. There must have been a post that you made recently. I don't think you might have known, but a lot of people see all the hard work that she's putting in, you know, they'll be like, oh yeah, Maya has a new song, but behind the scenes, they don't know how much hard work is it. Like, speak on, you know, like that as well, because a lot of people, want to come and see her and be like, yeah, she's doing this, you know, that's quite easy going, but in reality, it can be quite hard. So, what's your experience on that?
No, honestly, if I think what originally happened? What originally happened with my music is I knew what I wanted to do. So what I'm doing now is obviously I'm singing and I'm like actually making money, which was always the goal. Like I feel now like I've achieved so much from where I started because I never thought that I was even going to get to the point I was making money off my music. But I started off working in literally a restaurant. No, I started off doing a paper round when I was like younger, because like
Fairs.
obviously I didn't know how to make money off music. I didn't even know how to record or anything.
Mm-hmm.
And then I ended up working in a few restaurants. I worked in two in Upminster, and
Fairs.
I just hated I hated my job. Like I know a lot of people aren't mad on it, but I hated my job. So I worked there for like 3, 4 years. I saved up all the money to buy the equipment. I then bought the equipment all myself. Some of it wasn't working. I was sending it back. It was like a nightmare. And then I just ended up singing in restaurants, like doing weddings and stuff, birthdays, like literally all that kind of stuff. And then that's like it just like obviously spiraled from there because you get connections. Once you get into like the industry with people, you start meeting everyone else, and you kind of flourish from there.
Words.
But
And I think that's actually
yeah,
so inspiring because, you know, a lot of the time, yeah, when people have a vision and goal, everyone's gonna, as say again, think like, yeah, this is the sort of way, but this is a side of you that not a lot of people know. So it's actually, quite important that, you do that.
no,
And
honestly, I think people as well like they thought I kind of got it like easy because obviously they've seen the result of it. Like I have been like I
always
know
them, always
I
them.
have been like completely blessed with what I've managed to achieve in the last year because I know like obviously not everyone can do it because they don't like it's hard to even get a job now.
Yeah,
But
it's so
I think
difficult.
people thought I just got the equipment magically and then I was like all of a sudden able to do it and I just got booked because I just like it didn't honestly work like that. It was really like a lot of hard work for like a few years just to get the money to buy stuff just so I could like build on it. And it is hard now. I like I can't do a lot of stuff. I have to miss like things that really matter to me a lot of the time. Like I have to miss like my friends' birthdays and stuff because I'm obviously
Stuff.
working. Like you can't just like cancel on people that have employed you. So yeah, it is hard sometimes, but
And what would be your advice to someone that wants to start singing, like, yourself? And what would you basically say to them?
I think you've just got to not really care what people think because I think a lot of the time like you're gonna make bad music. Like we all do it. Like even some of the best artists that I know, they all make bad music sometimes. But you can't like kind of let it stop you. You've really got to just accept that you're gonna make some bad stuff, but you're gonna make some really good stuff as well. And I think just not caring what people think because people will hear some of your music and be like judgmental. They're not gonna like the lyrical content. They're not gonna like how it sounds. They're not gonna like anything, the genre, whatever. But honestly, like if you think that you're good enough to do it, you can definitely do it.
Definitely, and then take her on. Like, anyone that started music and watching this, definitely tune in and take in Maya as well. So, yeah. And I noticed before you said that, you're a dancer and you're actress. So, tell us about your journey when it comes to you being a dancer.
So obviously, like I said earlier, I started when I was 3, and I've kept dancing. But that was like a difficult journey because I used to do ballet like every week for hours. I think I did about 16 hours of ballet a week, and then I got injured, which always happens. But I got injured, and then I had to stop for a year, and that was just so tough because that's obviously like I had to literally give up something that I really loved. But that's what got me into music because if I hadn't got injured from dance, then I wouldn't have ever got into like singing more. So yeah, I mean like every I think I've realised every bad thing that kind of happens to you, it does end up having a positive result a lot of the time.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that was hard. So I've started back dance again now, which took
Fairs.
me forever, but we're back now.
Mm-hmm.
And then just with the acting thing as well, it was kind of the same. I mean, I was more into it when I was younger, but we're still doing it. But it's more voice acting now, which I actually love.
Word. And, in terms of acting, like, how is acting like for you, like.
I do like it. I think I've just always loved it, and I think that is another thing because they all tie together all these things like dance and all the arts. I liked how I kind of it all stemmed from like one place. So like when I found out that I loved acting, I realized I loved singing, and then it was dancing, and then it was everything all together. But yeah, I just like
Fairs.
yeah.
Do you think you could still take a career on with acting and singing as well, or it's just you're all heart into singing?
It's getting hard to balance a lot of stuff. It is a lot because
Mm-hmm.
when you're trying to go to obviously I go to a music school 5 days a week, and then I'm doing like a gig probably on a Friday and a Saturday. and then on a Sunday I've got to dance. It is a lot to balance and it is very tiring. But I think honestly, if you really want to do it, you can, like 100%. Yeah,
Hmm. That is actually quite good because, you know, when it comes to being creative
yeah,
in the creative industry, a lot of people might just be narrow-minded to only one thing, if it makes sense. But you could say, yeah, I've done singing, dancing, acting, and that
yeah.
is also like, you know, quite good. People can see you as like a inspirational person, if it makes sense.
I mean, I definitely think there's like two sides to it as well because as much as it is good to have all this experience in different fields and like do all these different things, you have got to make sure that you're not just mediocre at like a load of
Yeah,
things because I was starting to go down that route of where I was all right at everything,
yeah.
but I wasn't actually good at it. And then once you tune into like one more than the other, you can actually really start like developing and getting better at stuff. But it does mean you have to cut out some stuff sometimes. So yeah,
Hmm.
it's all about balance.
And obviously, in terms of you personally,
Mm.
what's your background as well? Because, you know, you speak a lot about like yourself. Like, tell us about your background.
As in like where I come
Yeah,
from.
come
Okay.
from, country, everything. Because obviously, people know what you do, and
Yeah.
then obviously there's like who you are. So
So I'm half Thai, I'm a quarter Chinese and a quarter English. So it kind of meant that like some people didn't really support my music in my community. It wasn't so much my family. My family were really supportive, but just some people like that kind of on the outside were kind of like they don't really think that it's a real job. That's what I get told a lot, that music's not a real job, which is kind of hurtful, but yeah, it's what it is.
mhm.
Yeah.
Have you ever been back to, you know, your home country or home countries?
I used to live there when I was younger.
Oh,
And then I moved here when I got a bit older, but I haven't been back. So
you haven't been back.
yeah, I
Would you-
should go back. I really
Yeah,
need
definitely.
to.
You should go back and do a gig there. Like, why not?
Yeah,
Like, you know, do some music there.
yeah. I haven't been back. I just haven't had time or money to do it at the minute.
Yeah.
But
Do
yeah.
you listen to any artists like back from where you're from, or what's like, you know, the nationality of musicians that you listen to? Is it like UK, US?
I think it is mostly UK and US, but obviously that you don't really realise that everything kind of stems from different cultures. But honestly, like to do with like Asia, there's not really much music that I listen to from there. From what I know, there's probably things that have kind of come from that country, but like anything kind of like K-pop, it just doesn't. It's not my
You don't
kind
really
of thing.
listen to it?
No, it doesn't appeal to me that much.
Fairs.
Yeah,
That makes sense. But would you ever, you know, collab with people back from where you're from?
I definitely would. I would be like I've said to you as well before, haven't I? That I would be open to working with any artist because that's the other thing as well. You've got to be really open in the industry to like what other people are doing. I didn't even when we first started making like obviously my first single, I didn't even want to work with a rapper. Like I was very like against it. I was like
Yeah, it's
I
like
just
not
didn't
really
I
a
didn't
bit
even
of
want
you.
this is the thing as well to me and KJ, we work well together, but we do have some little like we bicker sometimes. And like we do. I can't
then
lie
that's
about it.
like-
We do bicker sometimes.
Mm.
And I originally said to him, this is really horrible, but I'm gonna say it. I said to him I didn't want him on the song.
Oh.
And because he made the beat, and the whole point was that I was going to sing on the beat. He wasn't going to be on it, and I was like, I don't want you to be on it. Like I'm, like I'm sorry, but he was like, no, I'm being on it. Like it's my beat. Like, and yeah, I think like you've got to be open to it because I really don't think the song would have been the same without him on it. It just gave it some like energy and life that wouldn't have been there before. So you've got to be open to working with people, and also the fact I didn't even want to work with a rapper, and now I'm always working with them is just like.
Yeah, that is literally standard.
It's just started a whole like it's snowballed into me working with lots of them. So you just got to you've got to be open minded. I think definitely.
Lich. And obviously, I know I mentioned before between UK and US. What are you more of a fan of? Do you like UK music? What's better, UK music or US music?
Do you know what I think in the industry? With UK music, I feel like all the artists are a lot more down to earth.
Yeah,
Kind of thing.
yeah.
Whereas in the US, like a lot of artists, like say who's big at the moment, like Sabrina Carpenter.
Yeah.
I think so much of it is now just so like sexualized with like younger people. I just don't think.
Yeah.
I don't really respect that, honestly. Like a lot of the time, it should. That's not what music was meant to be about for me. It's like an art form, and when people make it kind of something that I don't know.
Yeah, literally.
I'm gonna have to say UK. Over US.
UK. I feel like I like UK music a lot of the
Yeah.
time, but you know when a lot of people you know, see someone makes music in the UK,
Mm-hmm.
a lot of time people are negative before like they say something positive. That's the only downfall I say that the UK has, you know, that when it comes to US, yeah, even though that bit is bad, overall in the music industry, some people are like, you know, more supportive than others. But sometimes in the UK, let's say you try to start something, there's like a lot of hate like before people make it. That's why I think the UK bit is also has its downfall.
I
Know
don't
what
think
mean?
it's like that with everything as well. It's just in every industry, people just like if you actually are, you genuinely believe that you're going to do something. Like even say sports people, if you say to people like, "I'm so passionate about football, I want to be a footballer," people just be like, "No, you're not." Like people just can't.
Yeah,
I don't think people can actually fathom that you can actually make it if you work hard enough and if you like have the connections. You can do incredible stuff that people don't want to believe in you for. Like if I was to say to people like, "Oh, I want to be a singer, I want that to be my job," people will go, "Well, you can't do that," and I'm like, "That is already my job. It's just on a smaller scale." Do you know what I mean? It's
literally
like
that.
people just don't want to have faith in anyone else. I think this is why we've got to block people out a lot of the
It
time.
literally happens most of the time. Like, even I remember when I started, you know, this whole thing and presenting.
Yeah.
I remember I wanted a lot of people to help me out with it, but then there were so many people that couldn't even see the vision and the faith.
Yeah, they
But
don't even like want to understand it, or they don't even want to like try and see you start. I think because it is about starting is very hard with everything. Like, I mean, even starting this podcast, starting like obviously my singing, it was hard. Like, but once you kind of get on a roll and you start doing it properly, like you can get there.
mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Literally that. And I know there was one thing I also wanted to ask. In terms of different music platforms, what do you think's the best? Because I know most people say Spotify, but you see me, I listen to SoundCloud and Spotify. What do you think's the best like music like app for people to use?
To release on or to use? Because
Oh
to
yeah, because
use, I would say Spotify.
Spotify, but to
To
release, like, what's
release
the
on.
best to release?
If you're starting out music, releasing on SoundCloud, I would definitely say because
Yeah.
I know a lot of people that release on there. It's easy to release on. It's just a good platform for like when you're starting out. However, once you want to start taking your music a little bit more seriously, you know exactly what you want to do. You know that your music's good enough quality to be on Spotify and Apple Music and all those other like kind of like bigger platforms. I'd say Spotify, but I listen
What?
on Spotify the
I
most.
listen on both, you know. What about Apple Music? Like, do you think Apple Music is
I
like?
don't like it. I just don't like it. I
You
don't
don't
know
think
what it
Apple
is.
Music's up there?
No, I don't like it at all.
You know, it is when it comes to Apple Music, yeah. I think back in the day before like
Yeah.
technology was like so advanced, like see when iPhones were starting out and maybe like guys would listen to Apple Music. I think it was good, but because there's like Spotify and SoundCloud and there's so many different music apps, you're never ever really gonna hear people like listening on Apple Music as such compared to the other two.
I don't know what it is. I think it's just because I don't understand how it works. Like, I kind of go on
Yeah,
it sometimes. I'm like, what is like? I don't really understand, but I think no, yeah, I do think Spotify's definitely my number one.
yeah,
Just
Spotify,
easy.
sorry.
Yeah.
And yeah, in terms of other places to release music, would you say like, because obviously I know I wouldn't say I was technically a rapper, but I've done music before.
Mhm.
Like, what do you think about SoundLab? Like, you think SoundLab is? Have
Is
you ever
that
used SoundLab?
BandLab?
Yeah, BandLab. Sorry,
You confuse me so
BandLab.
much.
BandLab.
BandLab. I use that for demos, but like if
Oh.
I'm actually gonna studio record, I use doors like just left my brain. Logic and what's the other one? FL Studios. That's the ones that I think are better if you want to like release on Spotify, for example. But BandLab's good. Like if you want to just start like putting ideas down, because I still use that over Logic if I'm putting ideas down, because it's just easier to use.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I think we see with BandLab, yeah. The thing is that a lot of people release on BandLab, but as I said again, like there's so many other things. Like I think SoundCloud definitely is the best one to release on because a lot of the time, yeah, people, yeah, when you're going through what's it called? SoundCloud, you can just scroll through and see like there's a song and it just recommends it to you straight away.
Yeah.
But you know what it is? It's like that's why I feel like releasing on SoundCloud instead again is like the best one, therefore.
Honestly, it doesn't even affect you where you're releasing your music. Like, I've actually realised if you're releasing your music everywhere, just do it. Like, I on TikTok will get so many more views and listens than I do on
Or
Spotify.
did you do TikTok previews?
Yeah, I do like things on TikTok. I've got some like little things on TikTok that are like little like sneak peeks of stuff that's coming out. But I think honestly, like it's the thing of like all publicity is good publicity. If you're just posting your music literally everywhere all the time, consistently, like you'll get a good following and you'll get good engagement. That's why I think TikTok's so like it's blown up so much for artists. Like the amount of artists that have just like gone like global from posting on TikTok is actually insane. From posting like 30-second videos.
But the one thing I don't like about, TikTok, like, not TikTok music is that people release it when it's too late. Like, they'll put like the snippet so much and like, I'm like, oh yeah, I'm trying to hear it now. And then a couple months later, the snippet will, like, the actual song will be out there. But then you've posted the snippet so much for it. Like, that's what I'm going to say to the guys that do TikTok. Like, just release the music quicker, yeah? And more people, like, tune in, because I understand that, people have to have pre-saved. But when there's so many pre-saved over time, it's
and it does get boring. And I think as well, like, it's very oversaturated at the moment in, like, the music market on TikTok. That's the one thing that makes it very hard. And it's just, I feel like there's a lot of one-hit wonders on there. Like, it is very much like you'll post, like, say, so many songs on that platform, and then, like, one will blow up, and then no one will ever hear of you again. Like, it's just, that's the one thing I think it's not, you get a good, like, following and good streams, but it's, like, for what you want, like, loyal followers, and you want, like, loyal fans. You don't want to just have people that just listen, like, once and then go.
Yeah.
Because...
And as time is rounding up, what's one thing that you want to put out there, like, for yourself as a singer and your advice to people?
I think, honestly, just if you, like, love music and you have the passion for it, I think just go for it. Like, even people are going to judge you. Like, they're going to make fun of you. They're going to say that your music's not good. They're going to give their opinions. But at the end of the day, you've really just got to put the work in and you'll be okay. And, like, music's such, like, an amazing thing for our community and for everyone to just be involved in. So, yeah, I think just, like, everyone needs to make more music.
Yeah. Guys, you've heard Maya say herself, take her in, follow her socials, like all of her socials will be down, in the link below of the video. You can see all of her socials. And yeah, thank you very much, People's Potential TV.